Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our 65th weekly call, not hashtag UPT Storm. I'm your host, Jen McEwen, and I'm going to bring up your familiar, our friends here, Jesse Adams and Christopher O'Connell.
Hey. Good morning, Jennifer.
What's up, guys?
Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing?
Pretty fantastic. How about you?
I'm well. It's good to see you guys.
It's good to see you too. I have had a interesting week.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, I've had a crazy migraine for consistently at all hours of the day for going on 9 days now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been pretty
Horrible.
tough. It sucks. I've never had a migraine before, and I don't even think I have a full-on migraine.
Yeah.
Well, I know I don't have a full-on migraine because I don't have the aura, and people say there's an aura with it.
Yeah.
But what happened was about 2 weeks ago, I hit my head on a cabinet as I was cleaning my place, and then the pain started happening a few days later. I paid to see a doctor, $450 to see a doctor to tell me I have a tension headache and to take ibuprofen.
Oh,
So I have two types of headaches now.
This story isn't funny at all. That sounds like intracranial trauma or something like that. I was like, ha ha ha! You hit your head. Oh my god, that's awful.
Yeah,
That's
you're only
not
gonna get
funny.
it pretty well for 7 days of pain. That's pretty rough. You're only
9 days. 9 days of pain. Well, he said it might have been a mild concussion, but he thinks it's a tension headache. If it doesn't go away in a month, oh my god, I can't imagine doing this for a month. He said I could come in. He'll order a CT scan, but hopefully no brain damage, guys. But that might explain a bit.
The worst thing you can do is look online, because if you look online, it'll tell you that you have like Ebola and cancer. So don't look online.
Yeah, I was about to say Ebola and cancer. And you know what, Jesse? You know what solves Ebola and cancer?
No.
What?
Whiskey?
Whiskey?
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
Yes. I know.
Mhm.
I don't know if I know you guys want me to do whiskey, but I'm not going to be drinking it.
Yeah.
It's too strong.
But you know what? No, but you know what you need? So like for headaches, right? Isn't the thing caffeine is actually like an actual cure for headaches, not just like it makes you feel better in general, but it like actually makes them better.
Really?
And we obviously know that whatever else is going on will definitely be made better by whiskey. So I think what we're essentially saying is you need Four Loko. You need a mix of caffeine and alcohol. It'll perk you up, solve your headaches, kill whatever's giving you trouble, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Well, I've been doing ibuprofen now because I was afraid of I didn't do WebMD, but I did ChatGPT. And I think ChatGPT is a lot better because it calms you down. It's like, okay, it's probably this, or this.
Yeah.
It could be a slow brain bleed. Like, holy shit. But thankfully it's not that. And so they said, don't take any ibuprofen just in case until you could rule that out. So now it's not that officially from the doctor. So I can take ibuprofen. But yeah, magnesium, as Drew said, take magnesium, potassium, lots of rest. Oh, doctor's orders, get a massage because he says it's probably a tension headache.
Yeah. Well, here's a little upper for you. Some guys here, hablando de todo. You've been at UpRock for a long time since the beginning. I appreciate you. That's awesome to hear that. Very cool. Thanks for showing up today.
Oh yeah, thanks for being here.
That's great. Thanks for showing up.
Let me adjust this camera a little bit better. There we go. Okay, guys, let's get into this week. What do we got here? It is our 65th weekly call. That's great. And you can see we've got or not hashtag is UPT storm. And as you can see, we've got a storm of countries over there in the top right corner because it's Scandinavia week. And we have a guest, our new ambassador from Vietnam, Primal. So we'll have Primal on in a little bit. Before we get started, guys, just a reminder, at the end of the stream, we like to answer, and also during the stream, we like to answer questions. So if you have any questions, please put them in the chat, put them in Discord, and throughout the stream, I'll keep an eye on both. And we will get to your questions at the end if we don't get to them as they come in.
Yep.
All right. Our agenda today. We've got some highlights. We got a new collab with Moca. We'll talk to Primal, our new Vietnam ambassador. We'll talk about Scandinavia week, some product updates, Q&A, and then we're out of here. Work. Bless you.
Excuse me.
All right. Oh, wait, before we get into this, look at this. Gray. Yeah. Oops. Where'd it go? Daniels. Can't wait for call 100. I mean, we should probably, we got a little time, but we should think about what's call 100 gonna be. That's a big one.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do that in person. All three of us. We can figure that out.
We do have quite a while though to get to that. But anyway, we'll do something fun. Maybe we'll be somewhere else in the world with our team coding sessions or something.
Yep.
We're all together.
That sounds
all right.
Great.
Well, let's see. I'm going to bring it over to you, Jesse, because just the other day you were on Mario Nawfal's podcast or Spaces.
Yeah, they actually his account actually has a couple of crypto shows, and I'm just appreciate to be invited on them. It's a wide ranging. A lot of times about RWAs or crypto or DePIN or and there's always like a 15-minute highlight of some company, and I'm just kind of invited to be one of the guest speakers. And it's fun. So and also it's a good exposure for UpRock community because I can be there and talk about UpRock just a little bit. I'm not trying to shill too much, but they get about they get like 100,000 people watch that show, and so why not get some free exposure and interact with some really good people in crypto. I'm pretty busy with just our own thing, but I get probably regularly invited to that thing every once a week, and the topics are wide ranging. So if you guys haven't followed that account yet, they do a crypto show maybe 3 times a week, actually. Even one after this today on the live stream. I don't have time to be part of that one, but usually it's like I can try to do the Monday ones or the Wednesday ones. But they're always pretty good, and they always highlight some kind of startup, so which is kind of cool. So yeah, that's it. That's great. Yeah, you've been doing you were doing a lot of these panels and interviews and spaces and stuff like that. It's kind of slowed down a bit because obviously you got a lot to build. Yeah. But it's nice to see you back on the beat. Yeah. And speaking of which, you got another one just yesterday. Deepin. Oh, yeah. This was a lot of fun. So this is obviously in our world. So our good friends at Daba. They're based in Bengaluru, so we got to party with the founders there. Those guys are fucking awesome. Their whole team is cool. So they're about to have their TGE. So, TGE is like for everybody also exciting, but a nightmare. And so I'm really excited for them. They're trying to do new things like we did. We did an alpha vault with Jupyter Launchpad. They're trying to do some new things as well. They have their own kind of like a vault as well where people can like basically trying to boost their liquidity. They call it a Genesis pool or something like that. Anyway, they talked about that a bit. We had a bunch of Deepin guests on. That thing's recorded, so check it out. One of the really exciting things that we talked about was what are some advice to build a community, not just before TGE, like every single incubator, startup accelerator in crypto always gives you advice about how to launch your token, how to build your community, how to raise money, all those things, everything up to TGE. But no one ever tells you what happens after TGE. Yep. How do you actually sustain your community? This is actually so important because, and then also, instead of talking about your token price all the time, one of the best metrics that of your community and your project is like because your token goes up and down. But if no one actually, if your user metrics doesn't continue going up, which ours does, we're at 10,000 per week now, we're 20,000 per week. If no one actually even cares to earn your token, even if it's down, then that's a really sad day because that's actually the problem. And in our UpRock community, people are continually earning our token. They care, they understand the big problem we're trying to solve, and this is actually a big deal. So one of the best metrics you should really care about after TGE is like, do people still want to earn your token? Are they still running your node? Are they still installing an app? And how do you get people to care about that? Because if you see your number of nodes drop over time, then that's actually the death of your project. actually, of everything.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
and how do you do that? That's actually so important. So we talked about that on that live stream. Yeah.
So the other aspect of it is it's hard to maintain the excitement sometimes, because even in projects like ours that are accomplishing a lot and shipping regularly, there's some weeks when you've got some big thing that you're working on, and so you go a couple weeks where maybe you only have some small updates, and so obviously we can tell the community about that and we can show them what it's working on, but it's way more exciting when the community as a whole sees big things being delivered. And so TGE is like TGE is like a birthday party, and it doesn't, birthday parties only come once a year. TGE only comes once, and other times there's big events in a crypto project's life as well. But it's that the next day. Now the TGE is it's like day one. Now you've got to go from there.
Yeah, and in many ways, it's the easiest part.
Yeah, and then,
it's all hard, but it's the easiest part.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing that was interesting, like we got a bunch of questions on that stream. The other one that was really cool question is like, what do you what can you do with your token after TGE? So obviously staking is a big part of it, but second one is like, if you're really lucky to build if you're really smart about how you're building your project, you want to actually make your token utility. So in our case, we have Rocket AI, and we're building a product where the token you're earning, of course you can cash out, but we want to give you more bang for your token buck, more rewards, make it more useful for your rewards to use the tokens to actually redeem them to pay for your phone bill, airtime minutes, because when you have over 1 million people in your community, that's collective buying power. So instead of cashing out, of course you can do that if you want to, or on the community's behalf, can we get some great deals on the community? So redeem them better. And when you do that, there's some arbitrage opportunities for us where we can get some profit, and that profit goes back to buyback and burn and liquidity pools. But really, we have a core product coming. So like that's a cycle where you can use your UPT and cash out if you want to, or you can spend it on Rocket AI and get a really awesome AI product to have really insightful insights. And so that's coming soon. That was another thing we talked about, like how do DePIN projects stay alive and like long term. And so you have to have a project that really not just about buying and earning your token, but what can you do with your token after the TGE and spend it on something useful. And so we have a collective buying power. We're doing stuff like redeeming for your tokens for really great products and surveys and games. But then really the long-term goal is like, we're gonna have a really good data product so you can have a superior insights through Rocket AI. The other thing that was really interesting to talk about is how we talked about why the communication power of DePIN. I really think of like all of us, and the way we communicate with our community is we're building the best. Like we're all building robots. So Daba has their like Daba robot, and UpRock we're building our own UpRock robot that's mining resources together. Like we're all not just nodes in a cog. We're actually building this huge UpRock robot, and that's mining resources on the internet, and we share those resources. I really think I kind of visualize it that way, and that what that means in practice is on our live streams we talk about everyone not just users but co-building together. We're all builders together in this UpRock community, and that's actually really important because this is the reason why we say, hey guys, last year we processed over 1 billion speed tests. We're all building this massive UpRock robot. That 1 billion speed tests allows us to go out and close deals. And when we close a deal and make revenue, we do that and we'll use that revenue to buy back and burn in liquidity pools and things like this. And this is how it feeds the robot and make us all strong and make us all profitable. So that was another thing that was pretty cool about that talk on the Deepin space is what happens after TGE. It's like, how do you build a community? What's that mean in practice? How do you communicate? How do you build a distribution channel? And what's the mindset of like a Web3 company versus Web 2? And I think one of the fun ways to think about it is like we're all building this awesome robot, UpRock robot, that is mining a resource on the internet. So yeah.
Well, that sounds great, guys. Here's the link to check out that the recording of that space.
Yep.
And also, please go check out Daba Network on X. So x.com/Daba 2Bs network. And oh, I didn't highlight it. Here's the link. Go check that out. It's also on our X, so x.com/uprock.com. And you know what? Let's go back to the Mario Narfall. Here is the link for that as well. So go check these out.
Cool.
And see our boy in action.
Nice.
All right. We've got next is very exciting news. Guys, I know we're all very excited about this. You guys are going to be too.
Yeah.
UPT is now on CoinMarketCap.
Hey.
I was about to say, I don't know which slide is next. I hope it's this one. We are really excited. Like, you're going to be excited about this. And for all I knew, you were going to troll me with like a picture of me in jeans or something like that. But yes, finally, like seriously, I want to see more love than this in the comments. You guys don't know, this has been a year and more than a year in the making.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is why I have a headache.
Yeah.
I hit my head because
this is why I'm drinking. Quite literally. This is, and I mean, I'm happy it's up. I'm so happy it's up, and I'm even happier. This just squeaked in under the wire before the live stream started. So
yeah.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Thank you. This was the whole community that made this happen. So this is a big cheers to you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Get your UPT on CMC. Very, very excited news for that.
Yep.
And you know, more to come. We're still working. We're working on more. Yeah. So we'll have more updates and more updates as time goes on. Very excited about that. Yep, Drew. Very, very cool. Oh wait, this is a question. What we just highlight a question here. What is this one? Please, I want to know if app is paid. If you have to pay to use the app, absolutely not. That's the actually the antithesis.
Not only don't you have to, I don't think there's any way to pay to use the app.
Yeah, we pay you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So yeah, so
we pay you. Yeah, yeah.
So the way that it works is you use UpRock to earn passive income. So just download the app. You can start earning passive income by sharing your unused compute on your device. And there's also ways you can earn active income by completing offers like surveys, games, doing shopping online, and you earn some UPT back. And so that's the app, the consumer app side of it. And then after that, if you have your tokens, you can stake your tokens and earn more yield back. And then we have the B2B side, which is Prism. We'll talk about that at towards the end of the stream. We have some updates with that. And that's our B2C product. Yep. And any revenue that we get in from that, that goes back into our tokenomics, and 50% of that goes into buyback and burn, all that wonderful stuff. You can see it on our website at uprock.com/tokenomics for more details.
Yep. Perfect.
Okay. Now we've got an exciting collab. I like saying
yes, we do. This is exciting too.
Collab with Moca Network. This is going to be fun. This is starting next week. We'll have, so actually I'm getting ahead of myself. So we are becoming an issuer and verifier on the Moca Network to bring on-chain identity to DePIN with Air ID. So wonderful ID, ZK proofed on Moca chain. And to celebrate this, we'll have a campaign. Details of that is starting next week. Will be out next week, probably Monday or Tuesday. So you will, have some time to earn some UPT in this campaign. Very excited about it.
Is it going to be just UPT, or are they going to own some Moca tokens too?
I believe it's both, but it's certainly UPT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the whole point of details coming soon is we aren't supposed to say. Yeah. But I will say this. I have seen the conversations going on.
Yes.
Everybody go give everybody, and I will do the same. Roz,
there you go.
Cheers to you. Because we were putting together a nice rewarding campaign for the community. And Roz went to everybody else involved in this and said, our community wants more, our community deserves more, our community is going to get more. And he kept working the deal until you guys are going to get more. So I think you're going to be excited by what's happening. There's a bunch of great rewards available. And Oh, Raj just put it in the comments. So yes, we can say it is both Moca and UPT.
Cool.
I thought I thought that was a secret, but yes, we went and got them to pony up for some great rewards too. So that goes to our community members.
Oh, hail Sir Roz. Thank you for getting that deal, Daddy Roz.
Let's go.
More details next week. So go follow. So here's the links to the post. It's on our X. You can get more details about the upcoming details. On X. Here we go.
Cool.
Very excited to have this coming up. And I like what you say here, Drew. Mocha on the UpRocks.
Yep.
All right. Now we've got let's move on to our guest. We have a new guest. We have a new ambassador. Primal, if we'll bring Primal up if he's here. Seeing him in the waiting room, I'm gonna make sure he's got his mic on. Hey Primal, you here?
I'm here.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, welcome.
Welcome. So, folks, Primal is our new country ambassador for Vietnam. We're very excited to have him on board. This is brand spanking new. Primal, nice to meet you. Primal Big Toes is his handle on X. Okay. Well, you know my first question. Tell me about them toes.
Here's the thing. Long story short, when I was 10, I dropped a locker into my toes, so it's swole.
Oh.
Yeah, and that actually made my toe swole like hella big, and it took like months to have my nails replaced and things go back. And now when I wear shoes, usually my whole foot is size 9 US, but since my toe stupidly bigger than normal, I have to move to 9.5 US.
Oh damn. So yeah, you're quite literal about the big toes. It's nothing abstract.
Yeah.
You're a flat foot. Oh
yeah.
Well, so does that mean you have to buy 2 different shoe sizes?
No, just so the left one would be normally loosened. Oh, isn't my camera on?
No, your camera's not on, but if you want to put it on, we'd love to see your face.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, there you go. Hey, Primal.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, guys, Primal is a core member of the super team Vietnam.
Yeah.
And Vietnam, I mean, gosh, you guys are so active there. Part of the global Deepin community, but yeah, super team in general, no matter where they touch ground, is wonderful. But Jesse was just in Vietnam a couple months ago and had an incredible time there. Like the energy, reporting back, the energy is wild, and it's just so great over there. So we're very excited to have you as our country ambassador for such a wonderful country. Can you tell us a bit more about yourself and your crypto journey and your Deepin, your Deepin journey as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so first, no, I'm not showing my toes today, so guys.
Yeah, this is like not OnlyFans.
This is a crypto stream. Yeah, I was about to say this isn't OnlyFans or Kick.
Yeah, how does the big toe stay humble? It just stays one step ahead, right?
So basically, I'm literally 23 years old by this month, and
happy birthday!
Cool.
Yeah. So what I can tell about myself is first, Vietnamese super team. I work with grow for the projects because some of Vietnamese have Vietnamese have a lot of good developers. If you go to any Solana or Ethereum projects that is big, let's pick random Pando, and let's pick randoms Camino. There will be a Vietnamese in there. I've been the tech guys, but the thing is that some developer is quite losing. I don't know how to go to market with some projects. That is why my role is here. I'm not too splashy or something. I'm just helping them to actually find the correct partners and then scale the project. That's it. Another thing is that I love partnership managers. I also love being community managers. I'm starting at CM, a humble CM. I took 6 months learning about cryptocurrency, and then trying to connect people to projects and to connect projects to the right people. So right now I am actually work with UpRock and Solana Super Team to bring infrastructure, DePIN to Vietnam. Since right now I want to share after these talk, I will share about some posts about how Vietnamese government want to amplify the DePIN infrastructure into their daily use.
Cool.
Maybe I will show the post to after this call, but yeah. Anyway, I love SMB. I'm a Soul Maxi, so I have to have the NFT, and so my futures would be getting one of the Pioneers NFT soon. So I gotta get the full collection.
Yeah.
For MATLAB, it will take a while, but I think I love LSD and the DePIN, the UpRock's NFTs fits with the LSD narrative, so that is why I love this stuff.
Yeah, nice, man.
Yeah,
the SMB community is also really cool. I know the guy who runs that. That group is awesome.
Yeah, they are low key the best.
Yeah.
So
honestly, it's really hard to have it, and if a lot about NFT communities it's all about community and events and consistent. Ever since their founding, they really throw like actual events around the year consistently, which is actually really hard to do. So if you go anywhere, like if you go to Vietnam or America, like SMB they actually throw really cool events, and it's pretty awesome. Yeah,
definitely.
That's cool. But you should definitely get Deep Pioneers too. If you're bullish on DePIN like you are, that's great.
So, Primal, you were saying that that the government is working on amplifying DePIN. So it's clearly DePIN season. So guys, we can look forward to that post after the stream. I'm sure shortly. Let me just put your chat. Let me put your handle in the chat. That's Primal Big Toes. That's going to be a hard one to forget. But tell us a bit about. We know that crypto or Web3 is it's big everywhere, but there's so much energy coming out of Asia, particularly Southeast Asia, and even more particularly out of Vietnam. Tell us a bit about what's happening in Vietnam. Is DePIN, it's DePIN season everywhere. Do you think that it's the hot topic there right now, or is there something else, or is it we're kind of moving into DePIN over there?
So the reason, we'll talk about government first, and then talk about users. So in May 2025, which is last 2 to 3 months. So our government's stock communities, not community, but a firm which is about governments, and it's called SSI. So they walk into the cryptocurrency space, and they name themselves SSID. Now SSID is, we can say, is an investment firm, a VC. So what they purchases is they collab with Peter to do stablecoin in Vietnam. They collab with AWS to do compute, and they collab with a layer one, a DePIN layer one. It's called U2U. So the thing is that their budget is like 200 million. I don't know, that 200 million seems normal to the crypto space, because but 200 million in Vietnam is very big. And since then, what they want is to, first of all, decentralize the they want to encrypt the the data. They want to secure the data with the help of AWS, Amazon Web Service. And because of that, they want to push projects and push developers to build around it. So even with the government size, they want to build DePIN. And I'm working along with Hugh. He's the super team lead of Vietnam. He's also encouraged people to build DePIN projects, DePIN infrastructure on Solana too. So that is why my missions to being UpRock ambassador is actually to have partnerships that could government partnership and maybe community partnerships to have UpRock first onboarding users. Second, have opportunity to scale Deepin projects in Vietnam. And I want the thing is I'm so bullish on the UpRock Prism upcoming B2B features that I want to share this topic to my to the Hill guy, to the lead guy, and to the developers. So
Cool.
yeah,
that's awesome. So
man.
I love that your focus is like more like B2B and and the business side of it and the government side of it. I love that focus. Are there any tips like on how we can, like, the best way to reach the audience in Vietnam? I asked this because, for example, there were Chandan, who is our ambassador in India. He had actually a really good tidbit about, we want to do like live streams and have you guys on here and do interviews and make content in India, like with people on camera. And he's like, oh, no, we're actually pretty shy about going on camera. I wouldn't recommend camera stuff. Are there any like kind of nuanced tidbits on like how to best communicate with the audience in Vietnam? And I guess this is more on like the consumer side or maybe just the social media side.
So let's say Vietnamese are basically Asian, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we basically love our cultures. We actually, I don't think that Vietnamese is one of the kind of people who like patronists. They love the countries, and they love so people from young to university student to like the graduate people, the mature people love the cultures. What I want to say is that when you go to you can see a Vietnamese, the best thing you want to say is that you want to like make impression to the Vietnamese that, hey, where can I get the best pho? Where can I get the best banh mi? Something like that. Because if you know something about the
know about the culture.
So if you know a bit about cultures, they will like, oh my god, this guy is do his homework. This guy is actually interested in my culture. So anything related to our culture. So if you go to a Vietnamese conference, their first year of doing that, they have a numbers people are participant, but the user case that when you do the second years, and now they applying painting walls, including culture, NFTs including Vietnamese art, Vietnamese and everything about culture Vietnam. Then we talk about Web2, a lot of Web2 users coming up to the conference, coming up to asking, what is this and what are that? How can I use it? That is how, cool. Statistically, I have a report for you guys. Maybe I will send later. In 2021, Vietnamese have 100 million people in populations. You know how many percentage people use or on crypto?
How many?
20%. That's why we have 20 million people who educate. That is tough. And here's the thing.
Perfect timing.
And we want to push that. The government want to push it. The super team want to push it into 30 to 40%. By what? Onboarding new projects, incubating new projects, go to university. Okay, so if you go to any university in Vietnam, teaching about developing and IT, there will be blockchain courses. There will be a major in blockchain. Right now, in everywhere, in any IT university, we are pushing that heavily.
That is incredible. And so that 20%, is that across all cohorts, or is it a specific cohort? Is it like across the whole population?
Across the population.
Like young, or is it mostly younger people, mostly older people, mostly people?
That's 100. That's 100%. So there's actually most people use from age of 20. I think the report said 23 to 35 to 40 years old. So 20 million. So 20 million is in the population of 100 million. So
right. But the
100%,
biggest,
yeah.
but of the population is, I mean,
Yes.
just like different things, different parts of the population will do. So it sounds like the biggest usage base is between early 20s and mid to late 30s, something like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Either way, 20% adoption rate, no matter what cohort, is pretty great at this stage. I mean, it's wonderful at this stage, but even more impressive that it's it's across the entire population. So so 23 to, I'm sorry, what was the higher end of the range?
35 to 40 years
23 to
old.
35. I mean, there's like pretty high obviously very high adoption there. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And I love your energy. I think it's gonna be even better.
Yeah, gosh, it's super late for you.
Primal, I think you're just going to be here's the guy that's bringing the next 3 billion or the next billion to Web3.
Dude,
absolutely.
I'm just, to be honest, I love the energy. That's what the reason I come to cryptocurrency is that people inspire. I'm just being honest with you. When my first role is community managers.
Yeah.
I'm getting people DM me and talk about stuff, their life, and talk about they talk about stuff, they talk about game stuff. I'm doing a GameFi stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Raz chatting me on DM says how great he is.
Yeah,
Raz is incredible, isn't he?
Yeah, Raz is a cool guy.
Yeah,
so
he's so cool.
He looks like my dad. But he's caring. He's a very caring person. He's a very caring person.
Raz is super cool. We're gonna get him down to Vietnam, or if you're over in Turkey for any of the Solana events, you'll see him. But also on top of being cool, you know this because I think you were on a call with him. He's got the voice too.
Yeah,
he's Raz the voice.
I mean, he has very deep voice, man. I want his testosterone. To be honest.
Yeah, we love him. We love him over here. We couldn't go very far without Sir Raz. So Sasha has a question here. Can you pay in crypto? So I mean, it seems like with such a high adoption rate over there and such a big push with Web3, that crypto payments must be kind of the norm or on their way to being the norm.
Yeah. So in the same month, May. The regulation just made in Da Nang. So 4 of the digital bank in Vietnam just opened for cryptocurrency pay. But we still doing PayFi projects. The thing is that when you do PayFi project in Vietnam right now, you gotta have licenses, and licenses will keep your business legit, keep your business ongoing, and because you have licenses means the government will support you. And we have 4. If you go to Vietnam Crypto Earn Bounty, you will see a bank called Vicky Bank. That's Vietnamese digital bank, and it has a local track to write about PayFi. I mean, about paying PayFi in Vietnam. And basically they are super bullish on making paying stuff easier into Vietnam. So basically, if you buy and the craziest part is Vietnamese we have a culture that Vietnamese have a lot of small vendor, so small venues. They see people, old people, going around selling cake, selling street food, and because of that, they don't pay a lot of taxes because we are still a developed country. But the big restaurant should also pay tax too. So because of that, when in like. The thing is that when we come to digital payment, when we have the upcoming regulations with the PayFi, usually you from the state, right? So one of you guys from the state, right? So you go to the state, you go to have a MasterCard, boom, you can pay it immediately. Or maybe you don't use PayPal, maybe you use Jupiter. I have Jupiter right now. Jupiter wallet, you go to scan. You scan the QR code, and then you can pay with fiat, or maybe with UPT. Or maybe I'm talking about the future right now with UPT. This is spoiler, guys, but one of the super team Vietnam is doing PayFi, and I want to make sure they include UPT into the pay. I'm not saying, I'm not promising it, but I
know. That would be great.
That would be great. But honestly, with your energy and you're clearly wonderful at community building. and just business building.
What,
I think that I have all my faith in you.
hey, actually, what city are you in right now? Where do you live?
In Ho Chi Minh City, the financial.
Cool.
Okay.
We got to visit you, man. We're excited to see you.
Yeah,
we love. Jen,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been to Vietnam, but I know that Jesse and I both
my
love Vietnam.
family, but we're not Vietnamese, but my family spent a lot of time. My grandmother and my aunt lived in Vietnam for a long, long time. So I have a lot of like Vietnamese stuff at home because my grandmother lived there for like many, many years. So I'd love to see it one day because I have all these like this great stuff from Vietnam. I'd like to see where it comes from.
Nice.
So one more small tip is that I'm living in Ho Chi Minh City, but let's go to Da Nang. We have regulation there, which is Da Nang will be the capital of crypto. Okay, we have clearly. I want to say this clearly is that Hanoi is our capital of Vietnam, but is mainly for the politics stuff. Ho Chi Minh is like the most GDP like GDP in the Vietnam. So we have financial like the Wall Street actually in the Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah.
But the thing I want to put you guys is actually in Da Nang, which is the middle, the central of Vietnam.
Yeah.
Where university adoptions, where like cool area, cheap. We talk about cheap, very cheap, and also the super team headquarters is in Da Nang.
Yeah. I was there. It's also like maybe the equivalent is like if you're in the US, it's kind of like Santa Monica. It's a beach town, a lot of people, but it's not.
It's like Austin on the beach.
Yeah, something like this. It's still you still have a city vibe, but it's on the beach. It is cheap. It's still a cool city and good food. And yeah, the super team there is pretty awesome. They have a really good location. And it's like and they're really welcoming. If you've never been to Vietnam, Da Nang is like one of the best. You can get like a 5-star, 10-star resort for like $50 a night. It's like
$50.
Yeah, something crazy like that. And have like fun in the morning.
10-star resort, huh?
Yeah, 10-star resort. And it's
Is that buying a room at 2 5-star resorts and just splitting your time between them?
Yeah. Exactly. It is so good. And then
I'm sorry.
No. Just say, and the super team in Vietnam is like really awesome. They're like just started, so they're really welcoming. And yeah, like you said, a lot of tech, a lot of entrepreneurs. The vibe is just awesome in Da Nang. Yeah,
that's what's great all about that region, and Vietnam really exemplifies this. Is dynamic economy. It's growing. The night culture, being able to go out. I mean, obviously the food, the coffee, all that. So I've Vietnamese food, for those who haven't tried it, you have to. It's delicious, and it's now pretty available all over the world. But
may I put some insight for you? Is that how Vietnamese can say how can we define a good coffee? You know how we define it?
Wow.
If you go to number 2, go poop.
Yeah.
Like if a good coffee will make you poop in 50 minutes.
That's takes care of business.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. This is how Vietnamese define a good coffee.
Well, half our team is Turkish.
Moving.
Hey, Turkey team, Turkey crew. How fast do you poop after a Turkish coffee?
I love this.
Answer that, Raz.
Okay, now so remember we said this is not OnlyFans, so we're not having that kind of content on here. That's what OnlyFans is about, right? It's all scatologic. That's what.
Yeah. I love Vietnamese coffee. That's great. But after
5 minute poop coffee. That's pretty hard.
That's pretty good.
Let's do a test.
I love this.
This is how we get canceled. Anyway, but there's so much energy, and you go out at night and things are happening in such a dynamic economy. And I remember I was flying to Vietnam one time, sitting next to a guy on the plane who was a Brit actually, and he'd moved there some years before to start a business and stuff. And just listening to it, it was like. Just like some of these other countries, it's had some economic challenges in the past, but it is such a happening place now. And I think for a lot of people, there's still maybe some stereotypes about what it was 50 years ago, and that's not true anymore. It is a super up and coming dynamic economy. That's why, and obviously early adopters in crypto, early adopters in all sorts of tech stuff. So it's a really great place.
Yep. Very cool, man.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, from what I hear about it and the stories I've heard growing up and the food I get to eat here, it sounds wonderful and really, really cool about that high energy there.
Yeah.
So Da Nang, we must
Da
go. Da Nang.
We must go.
Okay.
No,
All right.
no questions.
Okay, we'll go to Da Nang.
No traffic jams, cheap, good hotels, good services, everything good. Everything is like inside of Da Nang. I'm jealous of being a Ho Chi Minh City person right here.
Yeah, honestly, it's actually awesome, and it's not. It is Ho Chi Minh. I have a lot of friends in Ho Chi Minh. Like, it is a crazy city, like New York. It's like packed.
It is.
Da Nang is actually packed, but not. It's not. It's actually. It's okay. It's like it's not.
Yeah, it's not crowded. It's not super
crowded.
Crowded.
Crazy. It's actually a good city vibe, but it is not going to make you stressed out. It's a good. It's like I said, it's a perfect balance. It's like Santa Monica. It really is like a beach town. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jesse, when he was there, he sent a photo. Oh gosh. Oh, I found it. I wonder if I should share it. I'm just gonna do it.
Oh my God.
So he was in.
Drunking?
He was in Da Nang, and
this is exactly. We should not allow her to see pictures on Slack. This is what happens, bro.
So he said, you were there, what, in April?
Yeah.
June? I can't remember, but he said, I was outside for, let me put this up here. I was outside for 5 minutes.
Holy.
I remember this picture.
I think the title should be.
That was 5 minutes outside. That was 5 minutes outside. That's how much it is.
But this I can title this picture is that you drink 5 cups of Vietnamese coffee in a second, and then take 2 sessions of the toilet. Yeah.
Okay, so last week we had a bit of a talk about jollof rice. So the African rice dish. So
love that one.
Different countries that love jollof rice, or they have their own recipes. This week it's coffee. So we're thinking in the future we're going to have a jollof off. So we'll have a little competition. Now I think we need to do this with coffee as well.
Yeah.
So Turkish coffee, Vietnamese coffee.
Yeah.
There's plenty of places that are passionate about coffee. We could have a real match on our hands with people who have opinions about
just
coffee.
A real shit off. Yeah. Pretty good.
I remember when I first started traveling internationally for work, and I'm from Seattle, and I live in Seattle, and we have Starbucks, and so before I was really trying coffee from around the world, I confidently said we have great coffee in Seattle, and then I went to Vienna or to Italy. I went to Asia. I went to Turkey, and they're like, "Oh no, Starbucks is. I don't know if it qualifies as coffee."
Oh, you know what? How Vietnamese called Starbucks is?
Huh?
Water with coffee flavor.
Yeah.
Well, but see, this is where the world, as with football, so much of the world calls some weird sport with a black and white ball football, when in fact we know what football really is. And look, there are many great drinks that involve coffee, but true coffee. I'm sorry to everybody who likes their fancy pantsy coffee. That's all great, and it makes you, just shit yourself. But real coffee should be freshly ground. And then, for me, I'm a simple man. I just like a pour over. No fancy machine, no milk, no sugar, no nothing. Just coffee. You pour some water over it. It should be like exactly like you want a beautiful woman to be, soft and gentle. You don't want things to be too hard. You can go into a, like Italians, espresso is great, but you go in, your morning espresso, it's only 1 ounce, it's only 15 milliliters, but it punches you right in the face. It punches the shit right out of you. I don't want that. I want a nice cup of morning brew. And my European friends and colleagues, they insist. They say, sir, that's not coffee. That's some water that's been strained through a sock. And I say, when I sit down to watch a real game of football, I want a real cup of water that's been drained through it.
A cup of Joe, right?
A cup of Joe.
That's just a cup of
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah.
That's the way it's supposed to go.
So,
All right.
Sasha, because I can't help myself. Okay, I haven't said anything about football in like, guys. You guys are keeping count.
Chris, I
I'm
think
sure
you
in the
did say
comments.
something about football last week.
Well,
No, I definitely
Like,
didn't. It's been at least 2 or 3 weeks. I'd say probably at least 3 weeks. Anyway.
So if
Oh,
coffee,
see, now the comments are moving again. It was getting dead in there. God, coffee, football.
Christopher's explanation of coffee, you know, he likes his coffee like he wants his women like soft and smooth. So what does that say if you like Turkish coffee and you like women? You like them to kick your ass and be a little gritty on the bottom?
yeah.
Yes.
Actually, exactly.
I think. I mean, have you been to that part of the world, madam? I know you have.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's correct.
Turkish coffee will kick your ass for sure.
Yeah,
That's
little
the
gritty
mommy
at
of
the end.
coffees.
Little gritty
The
at the
mom and
end.
mama coffee.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
All right. Well, Primal, we are so excited to have you here.
Yeah,
and
welcome aboard.
Dude, love your energy. Guys, you can find Primal on X. Let me I had it all queued up and I think I put it in already, but Primal Big Toes. And you know, if maybe if we are persistent enough and ask enough, he'll show us them big toes one day.
So I wear sandals, so you guys probably can
Guys,
see big toes.
it's not only face.
It's only toes, Chris.
Only toes, man.
Only toes.
Now it sounds like we're chopping them off.
Okay, I think we're going off the rails now.
Seriously, welcome aboard. You're perfect. You're perfect for the team.
Yeah,
Look forward
man.
to
You're
meeting
awesome.
you in person soon. And
Yeah, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for staying up so late. I know it must be, gosh, what, 1 in the morning for you?
1:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Cool.
You had some coffee then, right? That's how you're up.
Yeah.
I got some. No, Vietnamese teenagers like me drink matcha latte, guys. Matcha latte.
Ah, matcha stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Wait, matcha. Wait, you're.
No, matcha's so
What?
good. Matcha latte.
What do you mean?
With the
Matcha is delicious. Matcha, I love matcha. I'm not even joking. I have my little bamboo whisk and my little
You
chocolate.
have?
I love matcha.
Oh.
But matcha latte, it doesn't need milk in it. It's like coffee. It's a simple matcha is a simple drink, just like a beautiful woman.
All right, Mr.
Beautiful woman. It should just be hot water. You whisk it with your little whisk. Okay, now this is getting weird, but you whisk it with your little whisk until it's frothy, and then you sip and enjoy.
All
Oh,
right.
no, you know what I love? I love the matcha with the pandan whipped foam on top.
Yeah.
Oh, with some like coconut or maybe like some brown sugar on there. Oh, it's
Goddamn,
But you guys
parents,
forgot
it's
that why
everywhere.
I drink matcha latte.
Yeah.
The reason is
parents,
that
it's
I need
everywhere.
my morning restroom sessions, like in coffee, Vietnamese coffee. Yeah, that's why I need that. Sorry, guys, but I
how it
have
works.
good metabolism, so I go there a lot.
It's important.
I love it.
Wise men say, "Eat a lot, poop a lot. You're healthy." I get it.
I love this, guys. You are getting a full interview here.
Yeah.
Full introduction to Primal from head to toe.
From head to toe.
Yeah, head to toe. Yeah.
All right. Well, Primal, thank you so much for joining us, guys. Go
Yeah.
follow him. It's x.com/Primal Big Toes or Big Toe. Primal Big Toes.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you go get your
Get some sleep. But thanks so much for staying up with us.
Yeah. Thanks,
All right.
man. Appreciate you.
Give us a Primal in the chat, guys.
Yeah. Cheers, man.
All
Cheers.
right. Let's see. We got that was great. He's awesome. Super excited to have him on the ambassador team. And speaking of countries, wonderful countries around the world.
Yeah.
This week, we have actually 5 of them. All of Scandinavia. If
Nice.
you are in any of these Scandinavian countries, if you are in Scandinavia from August 4th through 11, so start on the 4th, you got a few more days left, you're going to double your earnings. And it's super simple. All you got to do is just have the app running in the background. I always say this every week, but as a reminder, if you're on iPhone, because of the way iPhone is, iOS works, apps don't really run in the background very long. So you need to manually open the app every once in a while. But to make it as easy as possible, as convenient as possible, we have notifications to remind you to open the app. And so, just turn on notifications in your settings in the UpRock app.
Nice.
Yep. So now, Jen, I know that I tweak people in the comments sometimes by making jokes about football, but I am pretty sure that Scandinavia is not a country, and in fact,
yes,
I see 5 flags up here.
Yes, we have 5 countries in this country week.
So why don't we tell the people why we decided to slightly change up the definition of country week a little bit?
Well, I guess we'll have to leave this to Sir Ross if he's in the chat, but probably.
Well, I mean, I can explain that. So the reason I'll tell the people, the reason is what we realized is some of these countries, while they're physically big, don't have that many people in them, and so when we look at Iceland and Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Denmark together, some weeks we have a country that has, like India, more than 1 billion people. Mm-hmm. Some weeks we have a country with less. But when we looked at these 5, we thought, it's just the populations are small enough. They're often this group of countries is often lumped together in other regions, and I'm sure that there are people in those individual countries who go, hey, Sweden's great and Finland's great and Norway's great and all of that, and they are, but we also thought, we didn't want everybody in the world to wait too long, and there are some of these geographical mega regions that for a lot of purposes are often grouped together. So we decided we're going to take a very philosophical approach to what constitutes a country for country week purposes. And we're going to use some of these sort of supranational groupings where it makes sense. So you'll often hear people talk about Benelux for Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg, or we've talked about having a Balkan week and so on. And so we decided to make this easier so that people in 4 countries don't each have to wait another week. We're going to do some of these groupings. So you guys may start seeing more of this. There will also still be some very country specific things that we're doing. Mm-hmm. So we're not totally changing this, but that's why we thought it would be nice to kind of engage in some of these groupings and cover a bit more of the world.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. And I love how the flags, you guys know how to match. Like, it all goes together, harmonizes.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of contentious history.
I love that.
So probably shouldn't get too into that.
Okay, maybe no. I'm just visually, that's all I'm looking at.
Yeah, but YouTube history matters will tell you all about that. But yes, there is a reason why there's visual similarity between some of those flags.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry if I offended. I don't know.
No, but I mean, it's indubitable that there is a visual similarity, and as Americans, I don't really know enough, to understand how it all fits together necessarily. Yeah. But it is certainly a region with a rich and varied history, and with great food.
Yep.
Yes. I haven't had much. This. Here. Let me give you guys another chance to offend somebody. My first introduction to Scandinavian food was IKEA Swedish meatballs. I know that's not.
I mean,
it's so much better. They're pretty damn good.
For better or for worse, that in terms of total number of people touched around the world, that may be IKEA may be one of Sweden's most well-known exploits or exports.
Well, that's also Alexander Skarsgård. I mean, come on, he's hot. So there's
now.
The Skarsgårds, Stellan Skarsgård and Alexander, wonderful. And Spotify. Thank you, Girk. Spotify is another Swedish, Scandinavian Swedish. Wonderful music producers over there too. Anyway, really excited for this countries week. So you guys, you have until the 4th or until the 11th. And all you gotta do is just make sure you're earning in the background. That's it. Mm-hmm. Just turn on earning. Make sure it's on. If you are on iPhone, again, I highly encourage you to turn on notifications so that when iOS kills the app running in the background, you'll get a notification. Hey, just open the app, and so you don't miss out on that, and you just get double your earnings.
Yep.
Well, and there is one other great thing, and it's sports related, and it doesn't have to do with football. So I'm going to redeem myself. So Sasha said that I can talk about football in 10 weeks. But since we did 5 countries this week, I get 5 weeks off for that. And I'm going to take another week off because I'm about to tell a sports story that's universal that nobody can disagree with. So northernmost professional golf course in the world, which is almost on the Arctic Circle, meaning that, and I have done this and it was spectacular, one can drive very far north in these Nordic countries, and then one can tee off a game of golf at exactly midnight. And there's just enough sun from the, in the summertime. Cool. There's just enough sun from the from the endless summer that you can play golf in the middle of the night. It was a remarkably fun experience. Made a little bit less fun because one of the guys I was with insisted on driving all the way from pretty much Denmark to the Arctic Circle in one day. And it's 24 hours of daylight, so you can do it. You have to take turns. It's a long gosh darn drive, but it was one of the most magical rounds of golf I ever had.
Oh my gosh, I have that photo somewhere, Chris.
Do you?
Yes, oh my gosh, I don't know where it is, but I have this photo of Christopher. While he was,
we're probably not going to find it right now. We'll find it for next week. It's
I'll put it up I'll just retweet this and share it there. But anyway, he was golfing and it was midnight and the sprinklers were running.
Yeah, that was the oopsie moment on all of that. The locals aren't dumb enough to go golfing at midnight. So we got permission to go out on the golf course. Everyone was very friendly. We're like, we want to golf at midnight. And they're like, why would you want to do that? We're like, because we can. And they're like, you don't understand. Why would you want to golf at midnight? Because we can. Like, okay, whatever. But they didn't turn off the sprinklers. So somewhere around the third tee, the sprinklers came on us, and I was on the green. But I got off the green, didn't get wet, got my ball. And to whoever, Sasha, who asked in Tromsø, no, although I do believe there may be a golf course there now. The one I played is near Kiruna in Sweden. And so it's we've got homework for next week though to find that picture.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a fun sport, and for anyone who has played the noble game of golf, the great game of golf, a game that we can all agree on because there's only one set of rules, and they are hit your ball like you know what you're doing, then say the word fuck a whole bunch of times because it was clearly the ball's fault or the wind's fault or the club's fault or whoever was talking's fault or the bird's fault, definitely not your fault. And then for some reason just keep doing it for year after year after year. So welcome to golf, and that's how it goes.
Wonderful. Well, I'll find that photo of Christopher playing golf at midnight in Scandinavia and I'll post it up. All right, there now we've enough about golf. Let's go into some product updates, shall we?
Sure.
All right. What do we got for Prism?
Okay. Let me do a screen share. So let's see here. 1 second. Let's see. Okay. Well, as everyone knows, excuse me, if you guys are following, the big thing about uptime is that it's always been server based. Now we have real device testing, and so not only do our status pages show that, but we want to, from the whole alerting experience, from the email summaries to actually the incident reports, we will show a difference about how we're doing it better than anyone else in the world. And so I want to show you guys, like, we have an incident monitoring report. One is, like, people have asked us, what do these status codes actually mean? So we're going to do a better job of that. So we have this whole kind of like legend that we're putting up through here. Even these codes can be provide more. We can provide actually more context with these codes. So, like, one thing about real device versus servers, like, we can tell you if your website or your APIs are down on an iPhone device on 3G network in New York City. This is really, really valuable information for you to be able to improve your services, which is cool. And then we actually want to show that more in the incident reports. So this is the incident report of the site that went down. You can tell exactly the location. You have a timing breakdown. You have the location, metadata, how much UPT was burned, which is cool. And then you see the actual location. This is one of you guys in the world with the UpRock app open helped actually
generate this status
generate
report.
this task. Yeah. And so people pay us for this. We burn some UPT just when this happens. And then for that company to actually pay us for this, they can see, oh, wow, this is our response time. This is the status code. We went down for a second for this person in Europe, in France, Europe, and in this city. And this is really, like, this is the power of DePIN, like this precision data around the world, like this worldwide watchtower, a monitoring of eyes, like how is your infrastructure doing online? And this is no one else is doing this like we can do with DePIN. Everyone else is just basically server based. How is your company or your websites doing based on a server in Miami City, or Miami, or some data center in Chicago, whatever? We can tell you down to the real edge, which is your actual mobile device from a real customer.
Where real users really are.
Real users, yeah. And so this is why we can charge more. We can actually make more revenue from this, and then we can, everyone can, all of us collectively can earn more UPT, and it helps our token too. So we just launched that. We're gonna do way more. We're gonna do way more around. Just have more nuance, more rich alerting experience, because we want to really highlight the power of our community or our DePIN network. This is the valuable asset that we have. That we have this global network that can help monitor your digital infrastructure. And so incident reports is a big deal. Why people pay for uptime monitoring in the first place. Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
So what I was just going to say is, so first of all, I need to address what Spaceman said about error 5000 is evil. Ho, ho, ho. So yeah, obviously, for those who are watching very carefully, we had a spate of 5,000 errors, which is an internal data processing error, but it is indicative of some things that are going on where certain parts of the network are down. But that is also why, I mean, I think even, because that was happening for what, I don't know, day and a half, where there were a bunch of those popping up, and there were another errors. A couple of people are asking about 404s, 405s, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's why we added a new page with more information about the errors. We're going to continue writing more about those, and this is also why you guys have seen some early versions of this, because they're already live on here. But having the AI to help explain, okay, what do these errors mean in this context? But at the same time, to anybody who's watching this, even when we had that spate of 5,000s that was showing up and things like that, it really shows you the power of this, where even as those were happening, they weren't happening everywhere. And so even that, even though that particular set of errors turned out to be a little problem with one of the updates to this system that we were putting out there, it really showed it didn't affect everywhere. It only affected certain regions. It shows just how powerful Prism really, really is. And that's also why we're adding more information about what they mean, and then we're going to be feeding this as well more into the AI to describe. So what Jesse's showing right here, which is a great incident report, is very, very useful. And for a lot of, for somebody like me, or Ridvan, somebody like that, who's going to be concerned with like these individual technical details, I love this new UI. It makes it really easy to see what was going on. But for more of an ad hoc report, something high level and so on, just feeding all of this into the AI to generate a 1 or 2 sentence description, which you've seen us do before with the overall uptime, it is also really, really useful. Because sometimes, one of the interesting things that's true about the internet is at any given moment, a surprising amount of it is just not working. And sometimes that's okay to a certain extent. So if you're running a website, sometimes you'll just have a little transient downtime somewhere, and it will be very identifiable in a sense. Like, oh, there's a whole swath of users on Cox Cable in New York that just can't access my site, and there really often isn't much you can do about that. You'll do a quick Google, you'll see that Cox people are posting all over X that Cox is down, and you go, well, not much I can do about it. Maybe you'll do a post yourself or whatever, but you'll actually know what's going on, and so you'll also know. Because one of the hard things can be when you're operating a site, if a complaint comes in, it can be very easy to dismiss and say, oh, it's part of one of these regional outages or something like that. And if it is, that's great. And if it isn't, now you've just ignored a real issue that you need to care about and deal with. And so some of the time that high level summary will let you just easily know that you don't have anything specific to do with it right away. And sometimes sometimes it'll be more complex.
Yeah. That's exactly right, Chris. What makes it amazing when you have like 20 servers versus like 1 million devices is because this is totally brand new. No one's done it this way. So when you have 1 million devices, I can tell you the idea of your site is up or down is it's like a sledgehammer. It's like it's not really useful. So we have to actually when we productize this, we have to think about more nuanced way of explaining, like, is it likely up, or there's a partial outage in this region, or it's confirmed down, like really down, then that's what you really care about. Or it's slow in one area, or it tends to be really slow on, or one of the things we can do is they can tell you mobile device versus server, which is really good for debugging, because now you can tell, like, is this actually a geo reason, or is it a mobile device issue? That's actually a big deal too. Like, for some reason, it's just not working on these devices in this region. Like, the more information, the better. And so our summaries, our alerting, and our notification, all these things need to be way more nuanced, and then give you, like Chris said, more of a summary of, like, hey, this is this, and not just that, but like, here's some actions you can take to make your services better. And we have some data to prove it. So this is what's going to be very, very powerful over time. Because, like, as we're doing all these tests, we've done over 1 billion speed tests worldwide. So now we can actually tell you
over 1 billion. Yeah.
Well over 1 billion. So now we can tell you, like, hey, compared to many sites around the world, this is how you compare to that, to sites around you. Like, you're actually slower, or you're fast, or whatever. Like, this is very, very useful. Anyone who runs a website loves this information. That's why you pay.
I mean, and that's one of the huge things that, so as impressive as Prism is by itself, and what we have here and what we're launching today, one of the things that we can charge really big bucks for, and that we're continuing to work on as we roll this out more, is showing sites how they're doing, relatively speaking. So this is the sort of thing where there is almost nowhere to get this data, although big companies will commission studies where they will have, they will go out and do this, and they will spend sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars to commission studies on, is our site faster than the competition? And there used to be some information like this with the like Alexa rankings and stuff like that, although some of that's gone away. But what we can do is not just tell you, are you up, and how fast you are, but we can tell you how fast you are based on a relative baseline. So in some parts of the world, given the available internet connections, 150 or 250 or 350 milliseconds is a perfectly good speed. And if that's the case, we shouldn't be showing you red there. If we know, based on all this speed testing information, that 250 milliseconds is about as good as it gets for a particular region, then we should show you green in that region if you're doing it in 250, because you're doing great. And on the flip side, if we know that, hey, the average internet user in I don't know, was Hong Kong often ranked as among the highest internet speeds in the world. If the average internet user in Hong Kong is getting it in 5 milliseconds, then 50 is actually pretty bad there.
Yeah. Yep. So so guys, keep trying it out. We're getting a lot of good feedback, and prisompay.uprock.com is also working. That's our Stripe billing. So we're just testing that out a little bit, and I think by next week we'll probably show. Maybe we'll just demo the whole process of, like, choosing a plan and paying for it and all that stuff. So very excited about all of it. The other thing about this whole network, not only can we be like in a watchtower, like a good monitoring network for you, this all also really builds the foundation for our crawling product, because the same kind of the same service that just be able to crawl the internet and check speeds and check performance is going to be the same network that also crawls the internet and extracts data for AI models. That is actually like our original vision. But this is like they're like two complementing products, so we can make early revenue on this, but really, like, the infrastructure is going to pay for what we think is going to be the most lucrative part of our DePIN model, which is the data side. And more than that, this is data too, but the crawling data for AI, because AI needs real-time data to be real-time relevant. So anyway, we're going to have August is a huge month for us. We're going to ship a lot of really awesome products. It's only been a year since we actually had a TGE, so we're shipping fast, and August is going to be huge month for us, for both crawler, for uptime, for our DePIN products on the demand side.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy time.
Yep. And booster too. Yep. The mobile
Jesse,
team-
you and I
mobile team
are slightly.
Huh?
You and I have probably, actually all three of us probably have a different favorite thing that's rolling out right about now. But we've got three great things that are rolling out, and
yeah.
So it's super exciting.
The mobile team kicks ass. I mean, really, like I said, we and Roz with all his campaigns, the global campaigns and ambassador program. I mean, we really are getting 20,000 installs a week. So pretty fucking awesome. So that's one of the metrics you care about. Like, do people still want to earn your token? Do they care about the mission, the problem we're solving? And it's only growing. So that's the metrics that matter the most. And revenue is coming because it's already happening. We're already getting it with the booster program. All those things, they're all gonna be basically turn up on on steroids in August. So super excited for going into this bull run to have major product launches in August.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
And speaking of the booster program, let me just bring this up real quick.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I had the PDF of the, or I thought I had the image. I wanted to download this. Let me do it as a JPEG, just for this current page.
Sure.
And then after this, let's get to questions quickly. Jesse, you and I have a call in 12 minutes.
Oh, okay. We'll be fast. We will be fast. Okay, so where the hell did it go? There it is. All right. So just as a reminder, we're working on the rocket booster. So I did see there was a question earlier. Here you go. No, wrong one. I think this was it, right?
Yeah.
How do I earn? That's an opportunity to stay connected. Anyway, there was a question about how to earn more. Oh, that was on X. That's right. Earn more UPT. And so we were talking about, okay, we have the rocket booster. Go back a couple of the last few live streams. We talk about rocket booster in more detail.
Yeah.
So everything that you could do can, or most things that you do will give you an opportunity to boost your earn rate. There is, as you can see here on the fourth screen here, we have achievements. And so we're working through that. We actually have a working group going on right now in our Contribute to Earn program, focus group on the achievement badges. And so if you have any ideas on what kind of badges and achievements we could introduce, please join the group. There's great chat going in there. I'm actually going to go through it later this week and over the weekend. And folks who are in the working group at the moment, let's narrow down, like starting off with the first 5 so I can start making the assets for it.
And this is why we need your contributions, because I designed the current achievements. And as you can see from looking at that screenshot, the achievements I designed were circle, square, and triangle. And apparently Jen thinks that's not going to cut it. And I said, circle, square, and triangle really covers all our bases. She says, let's go talk to the community. Maybe they have better ideas for achievements. And
Circle's the most stable
fine,
shape in physics.
but if they come up with oval, I'm just going to say that I thought of that one first, but I thought that oval was going to be too complicated of an achievement.
Yeah.
All right, so the focus group, guys, let's narrow down to 5 so we can start working on wiring that up.
Start getting those wired up. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I got for the mobile team. As Jesse said, they are the Reka and Owner and Elena have been kicking ass. We got to get the API for the referral finished. So when you have a referral code, you signed up, you forgot to enter your friend's referral code, give you 48 hours to enter it. So we're wiring that up too. Everything in the works.
And in terms of the Contribute to Earn it and participating with us, I feel like this with the achievements, it's almost like if your professor comes to you and says, hey, what questions should be on the test? The achievements are the things you have to do to earn more UPT. So this is not us. I made the joke about circle, square, and triangle, but truly, this is not us saying, oh, here's what we're gonna, it's you guys, the community. You tell us what you as the community, what you individually and you think broadly the community as a whole should be doing in order to boost it, and we're gonna help. We're gonna help curate that and all the rest of it. But this really is like your professor telling you, hey, tell me what questions should be on the test, and then all you have to do is answer them. And
yeah.
Exactly what you want. So there's really, like, of all the times to participate in the contribute to earn, this is really one. Come on in, participate in the engagement and the awards.
Oh, and also think about this. We think about this a lot. Like, the onboarding experience. Actually, this is a really good stat. Even if you're building your own app, a lot of companies find that their onboarding is the first 24 hours, like 40% of your revenue or 40% of anything you care about comes from the first 24 hours, whatever it is. That's a big deal. So basically it tells you have to wow the first install, the new person, new customer. You have to wow them in that first 24, like really like the first experience of the app. And so think about that, guys. Like, what could be the first achievement that someone might earn within 24 hours that feels like, oh, this app is legit. UpRock is cool. I'm actually earning some income, and I have an achievement. I got something, and you can win people over, because what more build the community up, the more they're going to more engage, and that just helps all of us out. So think about that if you are a part of the Contribute to Earn program. Like, that's a very key metric within that first experience. A lot of the that first onboarding, literally those first few screens matter like 40% of a lot of companies' revenue, and like a lot of companies, like, just what they're driving forward is that there's those first like 10 screens. It's very interesting to know this. So so throw that out there. A good challenge. We think about it too. I'd love to get, we have the brains working on it together.
D-brains. Yes. Here's one of D-brains. Social media linking to reward engagement automatically. I think these are I think a lot of these are great. The wonderful stuff there in the Discord chat. So I'll be taking a look at that. Right now, I'm finishing up some Prism work for Jess and Chris, and then I would like to make my next focus back on Rocket Booster, but in particular the achievements, because that also touches the referral program as well. So really great suggestions there, guys. If you want to participate, you want to get earn some more UPT by contributing, apply to be part of the Contribute to Earn program, and in my personal ask, join the badge design chat.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds great. All right, guys, let's go into questions. We have a few minutes left. We don't have very many here. Let's see. We have, I think he said his name earlier was Andreas.
Yeah.
Hola a todos. Okay, I can't do it. I'm from Chile. Please give me the opportunity to stay connected to the UPT app. I am not sure if this got translated correctly, but I think, and if you're still
that reads about right.
Perhaps.
Yeah. So I think if you're on iOS, that means absolutely install the widget and make sure you tap the notifications.
Yeah.
If you're on Android, then it should be staying connected. And if it's not, drop on into Discord and tell us what's going on. I don't know if we've talked to individually a lot of users from Chile, so maybe there's something there that we don't know about, in which case we need to fix it. But yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
Wonderful. All right. Same viewer asked, how can I win an UpRock NFT? We don't have an NFT. Perhaps you might be thinking about DPioneers, which is a separate project that's there to supporting a bunch of DePIN projects. But we do
give them away periodically.
We do give them away periodically.
Watch this space. Watch our X.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly when the next one is, because we're about to do something with Moca, which is going to be a great opportunity. But after that, I'm sure we'll be doing another one soon.
Yeah.
So we give those away periodically.
Those are solid too. They're like backed by Deepin tokens. It's like also it's a cool cowboy cat. I think the value is around $500, so it's a good gift to win. Just come to the live streams and we do it once in a while. So.
Yeah, so here's the link for that, or just go to dpioneers.com. And like Jess said, they do a spaces every Wednesday at 6:30 PM UTC. Yep. Go check that out. Sasha's there. Oh, there you go. There you go.
There you go.
So yeah, it's not an UpRock NFT. It's a different project, but closely related, and just want to support everything DePIN.
Yep.
So I highly encourage you to check that out.
Okay, wait, 3 minutes left, Jen. Let's go through real quick. We do have that call.
We got Seeker. Can we get a Seeker week? And Gray follows it up with Seeker starts shipping this week. So
Something Seeker is coming, and we can just leave it at that. Or just you can say more if you want.
No, I'm just saying we had some issues with supporting the Solana actual dApp store, but we resolved those. So we're now actually republishing in the Solana dApp store. So you're getting regular updates. Every time we update the Android store, it's actually going to Solana dApp store. There was some issue with Firebase, and anyway, we fixed it. So we're good friends with Solana mobile team and Solana Foundation team, and Mira over that she handles Deepin there, and we're gonna do some cool things together because they're really supportive of all the companies that are doing Deepin. So I'm super excited. I personally bought 2 of the Seekers, and I also have the original Solana phone, which actually
we both do, and we both got Seekers.
I made some good money on that. It cost me. I mean, I just one day just kept checking the airdrops, and it just paid for itself, which is cool.
I didn't get a Seeker phone. I didn't get one.
Yeah, so Seeker is going to be, I think, and Seeker it's tied to its own new token too, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, of course we're mobile first, so we're gonna, we should do cool things with Solana Seeker phone. That's it. So we got 2 minutes left, Jen.
Yeah, I know. Last question: how the region's being selected? Just talk. Just let us know what you want in on X.
For country weeks.
Yeah. On
the
X,
community,
on Discord.
Sometimes, if there's a major event going on in a region, we've often done that on that week. But other weeks like this, we just look at what people are saying in the community, look at, where is active, where we haven't done yet or in a while, and just kind of go with the flow. So if you got a region that you want, drop it right here and get other people to show up and drop it right here. This is very much community driven.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, these guys got to go, and Chris is going to take off like he did. Was running through the.
How did you possibly find that photo so fast? How did you possibly find that photo so fast?
You look like you're photoshopped on there. That doesn't even look real.
It really does look photo. That photo was taken at 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's cool.
When the sprinklers came on the third green.
That's at midnight. That's at midnight.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Chris. I have a lot of great photos of you. I keep them in my blackmail folder.
I was about to say that folder is probably called blackmail, right?
Jesse, you have one too.
No,
nobody's safe. Roz, Rid, Von Reka, everybody. I got you.
This is why I always say don't take your phones with you when you go out golfing at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Well, seriously, you look photoshopped there. That's great. Love it.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
That's awesome. That's 1 a.m. That's cool.
All right.
I look like a comic book character with that silly run, but boy, those sprinklers really caught me off guard. But to those who would think, whatever you think about my football, whatever, I putted out. I may have been close, but I didn't take that last putt. I putted out until it was in the cup because sprinklers or no sprinklers, you putt every one.
Nice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, guys. We gotta let these guys.
We gotta go.
They gotta go. Thank you for joining us every Thursday, 5:30 p.m. UTC. We will see you next Thursday.
Yeah,
next Thursday. Thanks very much.
Thanks, everybody.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.